Hi, this is Kevin from Pro Tools Expert, and welcome to my review of the Sound Credit software, plugin, and portal. And what these do is work together to take the credits from your project and send them downstream all the way to the consumer. What you're seeing on the screen here in the middle in blue is the standalone software, and the plugin looks exactly the same. The plugin comes in AAX, VST, or audio units standard, so it's going to work on any DAW. So what you do is you collect your data here. So you would add your artist, your song title, the name of the participants, and you can put in their ISNI code, which I'll explain later, and their address, their role. And so for instance, if I'm the engineer, then my role would be additional engineer, artist, background, vocal engineer, etc., all these engineers. If I change my role to contributor, the roles change to composer, conductor, director, ensemble, key character, etc. So let's say my contributor is as a composer. And then I can add my performing rights organization. I'm going to try to flesh these out. I can add today's date. So it's fairly quick. You can also bring these in from a list. So I've already listed myself as a composer here. So you can see if I just click on this, it puts all my stuff in as I've saved it. The power of having these saved is that you can just go quickly populate a song or a project with people you've already worked with. So this is a growing thing that gets easier to do over time. The other thing you can store is ISRC codes, ISWC codes. That's all explained down here in this Get Codes tab. And then the original source format, so let's say we're doing PCM and 96K and 24-bit. And then the final mix format, and then if it contains samples, yes or no. And what's really cool now is they have these extra role and song buttons. So under the role for the participant, you could add extra things like their contributor's email, their publisher, their manager, their attorney, the Apple Artist ID, and extra notes. And then you can go here down on the song, extra credits, and then put in the collection, the track number, the genre. You can really flesh this out and give your metadata a nice little spin. These down here let you do various things that are really useful. So you can, once you have all your credits, you can export them as a PDF to send them on to somebody for approval. You can embed the song title, the artist, and the ISRC code right into the WAV file, so there's no question on who owns it. You go to the Get Codes button. It will help you get your ISNI code, your ISRC, and your ISWC if you qualify, and it'll explain all that. And then you can load RINs from other songs, so you can actually populate it from another song in a project if you have an ongoing group of people you're working with. Then you can export this. So what you do when you export it is you save it to a name, and that gets you into the portal. And that's where the power of all this lies. So in the portal, which is behind this blue little piece of software, is right here on the screen. This is freestanding software. And in the portal, you can upload your RINs, or you can prepare your own RINs. So you don't even need that piece of software I showed you earlier. You can do the same stuff I did earlier on that right here. And you can make that all happen here. So whether you have a DAW or not, or the freestanding software or not, this gets you into the game. So for instance, if you're a manager, or if you're a record company or a label or whatever, you can go ahead and do this and collect your data and keep it safe. So just as a test here, let's flesh this out and then offload it and then upload it into the portal. I'll show you how fast this is. So this is, my artist is My New Artist, and my song title is My New Song. And I'm going to leave these other things as they were. So what I'm going to do here is export the RIN. It brings up a browser, and I'm going to name it My New Song 2, and I can put tags on it. I'm going to save it to the desktop, and it says it was successfully saved. So there you have it. Now if I want to get this into the portal, I go to the freestanding portal software, and I go load RINs. So once I load the RINs, it brings up a browser again, and I'm going to go here to My New Song 2, and I'm going to double click that, and what I've just done is load this into the interface. So that's how quick it is. Now once it's in there, you can edit it further, you can add things to it, you can add new participants, so now you have a record online and it's safe in a second location, which is great. What's also cool about this is you can add equipment to this. So If I wanted to add equipment, I can go ahead and click on this and add a vocal chain on my lead vocal and things like that, which for me as an engineer is great, but there's other people who would love to know like what amp and guitar a certain guitar player played on a session or things like that. So who would use this? Okay, so artists, producers, musicians, no brainer. Studios, you could actually offer this as a value-added service that you could charge for, and you could collect this data. Then, of course, adding your studio name, etc., and your personnel there, and make sure that all that data gets downstream. So it's really a full service kind of a thing. So you have the collection software, you have the ability to do the same work outside of that collection software right here in the portal, and it's all a beautiful thing. If you want to know my final verdict on this software and learn more about this product, head back to productionexpert.com to check out the notes and the review. Thank you for watching this review, and I can't wait till we get together next time to talk about gear.